my name's Amanda from Pura Vida Holistic Therapies and Yoga, and this evening I'd like to talk you through an ancient yogic breathing technique called Ujjayi breath, which has been used by yogis for thousands of years to aid them with their hatha yoga practice. So Ujjayi breath is sometimes known as victorious breath or the oceanic breath, and there are lots of benefits to using Ujjayi breath. It's great for relieving tension, so really great to use in these challenging times that we find ourselves in at the moment. Great for relieving frustration or irritation, again really good in these challenging times, and really good for increasing the oxygen levels in the blood, so really great for the cardiovascular system. And it's also really good to use as we ease in and out of one posture to another, and also when we're statically in postures as well. It's great for having a detoxing effect on the body and calming the body and the mind, and really also good for regulating the blood pressure. So as you can see, a really useful breath technique to use. It is suitable for beginners as well. It's quite a simple breath technique, but a very effective breath technique. So if you bring yourself into a comfortable seated position, so you can sit how I'm sitting, so maybe lengthen your legs out in front, draw the right heel in towards the body, and then draw the left heel in, and that just sits in the instep of the right foot. If you're not able to get your knees all the way down to the ground, you can use a block. If you've not got a block, you can improvise with a book. Just pop that underneath the knee, just so the knee's got something to support it. And again, it's very important that when we're in a seated position, that the knees are lower than the hips, so that the spine is nice and straight and nice and aligned. You can sit in Sukhasana, so cross-legged, but cross the legs at the shins rather than at the ankles, so you don't put pressure on the ankle joints. Or you can sit on a chair. So it's really important that you just get yourself as comfortable as possible while we're practicing the breath technique. So I'll just talk you through the technique now. So we're inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils, but we're actually just visualising constricting the back of the throat, so the glottis in the back of the throat. So as we exhale, the mouth is closed. As I said, we are exhaling through the nose, and we're imagining that we are making a sound, either like maybe the waves on the ocean or maybe the wind blowing through the trees. So to begin with, it's really important that we have the correct posture while we're in seated. So we can place our fingertips at the side of our buttocks, or if you're able to, maybe the palms of the hands, and have equal pressure on the fingertips, and use the fingertips to gain some height. So we're sitting up nice and straight and the spine's nice and aligned. And just take the shoulders back and down towards the tailbone, so lifting the chest up to the sky and just slightly tucking the chin into the chest, so the back of the neck is nice and long and the crown of the head is working up towards the ceiling. And then we just draw the abdomen back to the spine, maybe about 30%, so just have a gentle gathering in of the abdominal tissue. So to get us used to the sound that we're aiming to make, we can imagine that we're steaming up a mirror. So if you place the hand in front of the mouth, and then inhale through the nose, and then sigh out through the mouth, and just imagine that you are fogging up a mirror. And that's the sound that we're aiming to make. So you can practice that a few times so you get used to the sound that we're aiming to make. And then, as I said, visualising constricting the glottis in the back of the throat. So we are, just try it on the exhalation initially. So just have to take a normal inhalation and then exhale through the nostrils. So obviously up from the lungs, up through that small constriction in the back of the throat, and then out through the nostrils. So you can maybe just have a go on the exhalation initially to begin with. And then once you've got mastered it on the exhalation, then you can have a go on the inhalation. So inhaling in through the nostrils, down through the small constriction in the back of the throat, and then down into the lungs. So you might find that you can do it in one direction and not the other direction to begin with. That's absolutely fine. Don't put yourselves under any pressure. Just keep practicing it, and the more it's like anything, the more you practice it, the easier it will become. So I'll be posting a link on my Facebook page to my website, and also I'll be posting a link to the benefits of Ujjayi breath as well. So just a little tool there for you to use in these challenging times if you're feeling a little bit anxious or a little bit tense or a little bit stressed. And good luck with it. Okay, thank you. Keep well. Bye.